Righto. Welcome, everyone. Pretty much today, we're going to be going over how to grow on social media, why that's an important skill to learn, and how you can actually make money off that. Because I'm sure you've seen a bunch of people online that've got big social medias. They might not even have their face or anything like that. How these people actually make money? Not all of them are making money. So, how can you make money just from that skill? Because one thing I don't want you guys to get caught up in is the business model. There's lots of people like drop shipping this, fucking some other business model, Amazon, FBA, all this bullshit, right? None of it will ever work unless you have the skills, unless you have the actual skills to do it. When you learn the skills, the opportunity to make money online, just like it just blows up. There's so many different options. So I'm gonna go through like what options you have if you just learn this one skill of how to grow a social media account. This is a simple skill, just that one thing by itself. So pretty much, if you're on YouTube watching this, or you guys don't know who I am, pretty much I'm Ethan Price. I've been able to obviously grow my personal brand to where it is now, and I was an ex-FIFO worker out in FIFO. Obviously, didn't wasn't happy with that. Didn't want to do it forever, so decided to jump into making money online, trying to learn all that sort of stuff. 9 months I've been doing this sort of stuff, but haven't seen a job site since. Been able to generate more money than my old FIFO job from social media and from a couple of different income sources. So yeah, like I'm not Jeff Bezos, but I know enough to probably run this and teach you guys. So pretty much growing on social media, why is it important? Doesn't matter what you guys are marketing, what you're trying to do, doesn't matter if you're any type of business model. Learning marketing is key to pretty much every single business, even if it's not a product base. It could be service based. It could be just like getting your name out there for maybe you're something else. But you can market anything with everything I'm about to talk about right now. You can market a product, you can market yourself, you can market a business, you can market someone else's product, you can pretty much market anything. But what you need to understand is that attention is pretty much the new currency. If you know how to get attention on something, you're pretty much you can't go broke. If you know how to get attention somewhere, you cannot go broke. That's the first thing. If you think about people like Ryan Reynolds, right? Massive personal brand. Obviously, he's a big actor, right? He has so many companies. He's got like an alcohol company. He's got all these other companies. Those companies are worth billions and billions, like billions of dollars, not because the whiskey special or it's some, special thing or something like that. It's because it's Ryan Reynolds fucking whiskey. Same thing with Conor McGregor. He has an alcohol. It's not special alcohol. He doesn't do anything special with it, but it's worth so much because it's Conor McGregor's alcohol. It's Conor McGregor's brand, and Conor McGregor has so much attention on him online. That's why it's worth so much more. So there's people trying to come in everywhere. Um, Pretty much understanding that, like, if you know how to get attention, you're gonna be able never go broke again. It's a very valuable skill. Sorry, there's people just trying to come in all the time. Right. Next thing. So when you guys are deciding to market, you're starting up an Instagram, you're starting up a TikTok, you're starting up something. The first thing you need to figure out is like, what actually are you marketing? Are you marketing digital product or physical product, right? There's only really two sort of options. It's either digital or physical. Figure out which one you're marketing because this is going to change, I guess, your marketing a little bit and what you actually do with it. So the first step is obviously, what the fuck am I trying to market for? Am I trying to market myself? Am I trying to market a product? Is it a digital product or a physical product? That's the first thing. Marketing digital products. So we're going to mainly talk about digital products because that's what I deal with. Um, and that's what I've been really good at over my last 9 months. And that's what I think a lot of you guys should focus on because that's where the most profit is. That's where you'll make the most money. There's less headaches with digital products than with like a physical product where you have shipping, fucking, you have to deal with suppliers and all that sort of bullshit, right? Because with the internet, if you get really good at marketing it, it only takes one video, right? Just say you have a video blow up, blows off a million views, right? And you've got a physical product and you weren't ready for it. Imagine a million orders all coming in within a day and you're not set up for that. You definitely don't have a million stock. Now you're going to backtrack all that shit. It's so much harder. But if we're digital products, it's unlimited. and you're never going to run out. We can deal with the volume, we can deal with all that sort of stuff. So this is why like I do deal with digital products, and I think it's a lot more profitable, and the future is digital products. But pretty much there's two types of digital products. We're just sort of talking about going over the basics first to start with. There's two types of digital products. There's low ticket and high ticket. So that pretty much means expensive and not expensive, right? Low ticket, not expensive. Low ticket, something from like $20 to $1,000. That's your ebooks, your video guides, your templates, your planners. So just say you're a fitness guru or something like that online, you'd probably have a diet plan or something like that, or a diet ebook or an ebook with how to do your workout or something like that. That's a low ticket thing. And the reason it is a low ticket thing is because it doesn't have much value. Like it's obviously valuable, a good diet, a nice workout plan, all that stuff, but it's, not this, it's not a fucking $10,000 product, right? So low tickets normally these things that don't give you so much value. Like, there's never going to be an ebook that changes your life forever that's worth $10,000. It's only going to be low ticket. So low ticket's one type of digital product. The next thing is obviously high ticket. So high ticket's pretty much 1,000 to 100,000. Expensive. And you probably think, what the fuck is worth $100,000 for a digital product? Trust me, there's a lot. There's a lot of digital products worth that much. These are pretty much mentorships, coaches, and done for you services. You probably understand what fitness coaching or mentorships on Airbnb coaching, fucking real estate coaching, any type of coaching for anything really, or mentorships. The one thing you might not understand is a done for you service. So we're going to go into a done for you service pretty much. These are where you can make a lot of money and then also have like recurring payments all the time. You can still have recurring payments with mentorships and coaches. And there's other high ticket products also, but these are the most common. But done for you service, a lot of people make a lot of money off this stuff. So pretty much a done for you service is like where you fit into a business somewhere. So you have some sort of service, some sort of skill, some sort of thing you're good at that businesses need. So just say if you learn the skill of marketing, how many businesses are out there right now that probably are pretty shit at marketing, but have a really good product? Probably fucking 90% of them, right? Done for you service would be I look after your marketing. So you've got a marketing agency, you got a sales agency, you got a copywriting agency, you got maybe you're really good at AI and you can good at looking after the back ends of systems and stuff like that. You can do automation agencies, all this sort of stuff. Most businesses will pay a fuck ton of money for you to come in and look after that for them. So just say pretty much like done for you services are just mainly agencies, but not always. It can be like one-off things and stuff like that where you just do something for a business that doesn't have that skill or teach them as well. So that's like what a done for you service is. Figuring out where you're sort of going to fit in to all these things and what you're actually trying to market is pretty important before you start, trying to market that stuff. So that pretty much you're figuring out your niche, really. You're figuring out your actual niche. Now, money ideas for once you have the skill. So once you've obviously, just say we're going to go with a done for you service and you learn the skill of marketing. Just say we start a marketing agency. Most marketing agencies would put like a person on like a 2K a month sort of base. Like you pay me 2K a month and I look after your marketing for you, plus commissions. So like whatever extra leads I bring in, whatever extra customers I bring in, whatever extra revenue I bring in, you pay me a percentage of that. So you pay me, if you're making this much right now, I'm going to come in, you pay me 2K a month. And then once you start seeing results from me, you're making fucking, just say the business is making 100K a month before you come in. You come in, start marketing's going really well. Now they're making 200, 300K a week, a month. You now take a percentage of that. You might take 10, you might take 15, you might take 20, whatever you sort of agree on, right? But do that so you have a base and then also commissions, because the part of freedom that actually comes with this and making money online is that we can separate ourselves from time, because that's what most people sort of work for at the moment. When you're in your job right now, you're trading your time for money, and that's where you have no freedom because you're capped. You're capped. You can only work so many hours in a day. So if we start working for commissions, we start working for percentages, we're now only working for the value we bring, right? So if you're really fucking good at your job, you're going to get paid really fucking good, which means you can spend less time working and more time doing whatever the fuck you want and earning more money. This is where a lot of people sort of get stuck. They think working for commissions is scary, working for percentages is scary because you actually have to fucking do the job that you have to put the money where your mouth is and actually show up. But if you get really good at the skill, we're fucking winning. So obviously, just with a fucking, if we get five clients, five people, it's simple, five people, we're making 10K base plus commissions. So just say we get really good at growing social medias. We reach out to a bunch of people, say, I can grow your social media for you and bring you a bunch more leads. They go, fuck yeah, too easy. 2K a month base. That's 10K a month. 10K a month base to look after five accounts, five Instagram accounts, right? Plus commissions. Okay. Like you don't, people seem to think that like you need this massive scale of clients. You need this massive scale. It's five clients. If you reach out to 100 people a week for 3 months straight, there is no way you don't get five people to agree. Even if you work for free for them to start with, just to get some results for them and then go on the 2K base and then the commissions, right? There is no way you don't get five people. This is how easy it is to get to 10K a month online. This is a job you can do from fucking anywhere. You can be sitting in Bali on a beach organizing people's Instagram accounts for them and not have to be at work. And it'll be around for a very long time. Why? Because there's always going to be businesses, there's always going to be customers, and there's always going to be someone needing to market to those people. It's not like these skills run out, these skills get taken over by fucking AI. There's always going to be people that need the skill. Oh, where we go? How'd that happen? Money ideas for once you have the skill set. Same thing. Marketing brand. Yeah, so there's sort of like two ways to do this, okay? Pretty much having a personal brand or some sort of like, if you wanted to start an agency, let's say, on marketing, you probably would have to grow your personal brand, which is like something like I've got a personal brand. This is my Instagram that you've probably all been following and came to this from. That's my personal brand, right? You probably have to grow a personal brand or some sort of Instagram where like it could be faceless, but it's like, some sort of business Instagram. You have to grow it, right? It's going to be really hard to reach out to businesses or people like that if you've got 200 followers on an Instagram and it's like, hey, bro, I'm the best at fucking marketing. Trust me, pay me all this money. They're going to be like, I'm not too sure about that, right? So you do have to obviously, the best way I think to do it is to grow a personal brand. Why? Because there's so much more trust, there's so much more personality there with the internet. You can't really tell who different people are. But if someone can see my face, they can see my whole journey, they can see how I was in FIFO fucking 9 months ago, but now I've done all this stuff. It makes it very easy for me to reach out to someone and for them to reply and then trust me that I know what the fuck I'm talking about. So, and another sort of benefit with building a personal brand would obviously be brand deals, affiliate marketing. Maybe in the future, like opportunities will come to you. I get people messaging me all the time asking if I can work on their Instagram, if I can work on their stuff, if I can work on. I don't have like a marketing agency, but if I wanted to start one tomorrow, I could probably be at 10K weeks by tomorrow, just with all the opportunities that come to me. So that's why building an Instagram either for yourself or for the business, super fucking important. It makes it a bit harder, but it's still very possible, obviously. But it's like instead of you having to go outreach to people, people just come to you. Opportunities come to you. So this is sort of like just one way to make money from this one skill. So pretty much now, like getting into like how to actually grow on Instagram, because most people don't know marketing, they don't know all that sort of stuff. We're going to get into all of that. That was just sort of a quick breakdown of like how you could use this skill, just like one way to use this skill, right? How to grow a following. So the first thing we need to do is pick your avatar and your niche. So it doesn't matter like if you're marketing a product or you're marketing yourself or you're marketing something, right? You need to pick an avatar and a niche. So a niche means like what you're in. So like for me and my Instagram for myself, my niche would be make money online, right? And my avatar would be tradies or FIFO workers because that's who I'm always talking about. That's who probably is going to relate with my content. Some sort of tradie, some sort of FIFO worker, right? And then it's also the niche is what I talk about. So just say you're a fitness guy. Your niche is fitness. But saying just fitness by itself and just having the niche without an avatar is too broad. It's too broad. We can't just say, oh yeah, we help people with fitness. It's too broad. There's a million thousand people out there that just help people with fitness. So for you to make a blue ocean out of a red ocean, you need to pick an avatar. So just say we're in a fitness niche. We're going to only do fitness for pregnant women, or we're only going to do weight fat loss for um, women that are fucking 20, or we're only going to do we're in the nutrition niche, but we're only going to help people that are fresh out of uni or something like that and having stomach problems or you dial it down. The more specific you can be, the better, because we're making a blue ocean. So what that blue ocean means, like there's not many people fishing in that sector, pretty much. But a red ocean is like there's people everywhere. So if I just say fitness, imagine how many people are fishing in fitness right now. There's thousands and thousands, right? But if I just say fitness for pregnant women, there's probably a lot less people doing that, right? So we're now making a blue ocean out of a red ocean. Pretty much every niche is a red ocean, but once you put the avatar in, it becomes a blue ocean. The next thing is, I'm sure you've seen, if you've looked into anything about trying to grow on Instagram, you've seen all these gurus out there. It's like, I've got the newest algorithm hack. I've got the fucking um, turn these settings on your Instagram and then you'll fucking go viral. The algorithm hack, like it's just all bullshit. Do not listen to them. There's no such thing as hacking the algorithm or something like that. It doesn't work like that. Instagram does not work like that. All Instagram ever cares about, right? This is it, is watch time, which means how long they watch the video for. So just say, most people, if I had a watch time of 20 seconds on my reel, that's pretty good. Like an average watch time. That's normally going to go viral, right? And then engagement. So shares and comments. That's it. They used to care about saves a fair bit, but I don't think they care about it too much. So shares and comments, right? Once you have engagement and watch time, viral video every single time. So it's about the percentages as well. It's not about like having 1,000 comments. It's not about having, you know, every single person watch it all the way through. It's about if the algorithm puts this out to, let's say, 100 people, and then 50% of them watch it all the way through, and then out of that 50%, they all comment or they all share it, that's going to go viral because what the algorithm does is go, oh, these people like this. I'm going to push it to out to more people exactly like this. So when you guys are making videos, your main, I guess, what you're trying to do is get people all the way through and engage. That's it. So when they say, I've got the next algorithm hack, I've got all this, it's bullshit. The best marketers just understand how the fuck to get their avatar all the way through the video and to comment or share. That's it. That's it. That's how that is the fucking secret to going viral. Getting people to comment, share, and watch all the way through. So when you guys make your ads, when you're making your videos, when you make your personal brand does not fucking matter. That's what you're focused on. That's all I'm focused on, and it works. How can I get someone all the way through the video and get them to take action? So CTA. So you probably see it in a lot of mine. The reason I don't get a lot of you guys to just message me straight away for like a free guide or something, I get you to comment. So then I can send you to my DMs because it boosts my shit. So CTA is a great way. Or when I make my, I guess, skits, when I make like tradie skits, those funny, stupid skits that I do when I'm bored, I make them to try for you to share. Is pretty much. That's my main focus. How can I make another tradie share this to another tradie? So I might say it might make it about an apprentice, and then what a tradie is going to do is they're going to send it to their apprentice, or I might make it about a tradie and their partner, and then the partner's going to send it to the tradie, or I'm making it very shareable. That's why they go viral. It's not because of the engagements from the shares. Well, the shares are an engagement, but that's like what you're trying to do. How to grow a following. First thing you need is your avatar niche, algorithm hack. I just went through that. Avatar's perfect customer. So when you guys are trying to decide your avatar, one mistake I always see people make is they make it too broad. There's this idea of like, I'm going to make this advertising for everyone. And there's a rule in marketing. If it's for everyone, it's for no one. If it's too broad and you're trying to make, I guess, advertising for too many people, no one will relate to it. No one will engage with it. No one will feel connected to it. So when you guys are making content, you need your avatar like dialed down to the specific person, to the who is the exact person I'm marketing to. So for me, on my page, I just make videos for myself fucking 2 years ago. What I wanted to hear, what I would have watched back then as well. That's my avatar. My avatar is myself. So I'm making videos for myself. So who would your avatar be for that product? Who would your avatar be for that done for you service, whatever it may be, right? If it's a business owner, you talk about all that other what business owners would fucking watch, right? We need to know their fears, their goals, what they watch, what they engage with, pretty much everything, right? You need to know so much about this person. The more you know, the easier it's going to be for you to market to them. I have an avatar template, which is just like a Notion, which is like just a bunch of questions that you can sit there, fill out, right? Pre-made it. I use it pretty much every time I need to think of a new avatar, or like I'm trying to market to a new avatar. It's got like questions, you just tick them all off, answer the questions, and then by the end of it, you can now make market to that avatar. If you want that, how am I going to do this? If you want, I'll give it to you all for free. Just probably don't DM me for it. Just take a photo of fucking this and just put it on your story. That can be like your close friends or something like that, and just tag me. And then after this I'll be able to see it straight away and just go send it to all of you. But it's just pretty much an avatar template. So when you guys trying to figure out who the fuck you're marketing to, makes it super fucking easy. So if you want that, just do that. That'll be probably the quickest way I can get it to you. The next thing is metrics. So this is like I'm pretty much debunking fucking social media here. Lots of people sort of get caught up in the metrics, like, oh, I've got lots of views, I've got lots of shares, I've got lots of likes, I've got lots of comments, but why isn't my following growing? Why aren't I building a following? Because that's the main focus here for a lot of you guys. We want to build a fan base, we want to build actual followers, we want to build real people. But people get caught up with like this video had heaps of comments and I'm still not getting followers. This video is getting heaps of views. I'm getting a fucking million views every video, but this person over here is only getting 5,000 and they're gaining more followers than me. Why is that? Right? Very simple. So I'm going to show you some examples of my own videos, right? We've got a video here I posted a fair while ago, 12 million views, 3,500 comments, however many fucking likes that is, right? Pretty big video, right? You'd say, oh, fuck, that performed pretty well. He definitely got a bunch of followers off that. No. I got, I think, I can't remember the numbers now, but it's like it's under 100 followers off this video. Under 100 people. 12.2 million people saw it, and only under 100 people decided to actually follow me, right? This video here, 40K views, 200 comments, 500, almost 600 likes, right? This video alone got me like 10,000 new followers. This video by itself. So what was the main difference here? Why was this video so big, but then didn't bring me the followers? Why was this video so much smaller? Obviously, 40K is still good. It's still good views, but why did I get so many more followers? Another example, 4 million right here. However many comments, however many likes, right? Nice and big. I think this one was just over 100 follows. Just over 100 people off 4 million. You're like, oh, most people would be like, why the fuck aren't I getting followers? Like, this makes no sense, right? Then this video here, different video to that one, but it has the same thumbnail. 145K, however many comments, however many likes. This one got me I think 10 or 15, I can't remember, but a decent amount of followers, right? Off this one video. So it makes, if someone's looking at the metrics and they look at it in a normal way, they're probably like, this makes no fucking sense. Like all these videos are going viral. Why aren't I getting followers? These are the videos you want. So the main difference is a couple different things. We'll run through it right now. But pretty much I just wanted to what makes people follow? So I just wanted to debunk all these metrics. Do not worry about these metrics. Obviously, we want people to comment, we want people to share. That's what makes stuff go viral. But it's about what's actually in the middle of the video that makes people follow. So, what actually makes people follow? Value, relating, connection, call them out as an avatar. So, if we look back at these videos here, right? These two videos, this was a skit, and this was like another sort of skit as well. So they're just more very funny videos that I've just made for fun because I was bored one day, right? These are just funny videos to go viral, but there's no value in them. There's relating, I guess, but there's not really connection. And like I guess I am calling them out as an avatar because it's about a tradie thing, and that's my avatar on my main page. But there's not really any value or connection there, right? It's just something funny that you share with your friends and then you fucking keep scrolling. What these videos here, these are videos where I'm sharing my story. I'm talking about probably a lot of pain points of tradies, a lot of goals of tradies. I'm talking, giving a bit of value about maybe this one here. I'm giving a fair bit of value on how I got to where I am now. This one here is more about just my story, so a lot of connection. But it's mainly like these are the main things people follow for. People follow me because every single day I post a fucking video explaining how to do Etsy dropshipping, how to get a fucking appointment setting job, how to get a remote closing job. I'm giving value out on my stories. I'm giving value out. I'm also relating. I'm also doing connection. So talking about my story, talking about why I left, talking about all this sort of stuff, and then calling them out as an avatar specifically because just say, just say we do all these things, but then don't call them out as an avatar. What happens? They can't relate because just say I came across a nurse's video and a nurse says 12-hour days, 4 a.m. wake ups, right? And I'm a tradie. I can't relate to that. Why? Because I'm not a fucking nurse. But if a tradie says, aimed at tradies, 4 a.m. wake ups, 12-hour days, I'm going to go, oh, fuck. I'm doing the exact same shit. I relate to it. So you have to relate to the avatar. It can't just be relating by itself. It has to be relating to the avatar. So if you're a fitness person, you can talk about the struggles of being a fat piece of shit or something like that. And then make sure it's aimed at pregnant women. Stretch marks. So I don't know what happens to pregnant women. I've never been pregnant, but I'm sure like there's a lot of struggles and stuff like that. You can aim those pain points, all that relating, and then pull it back to pregnant women and then bring in fitness, right? See how it sort of works. That's how you get a lot of relating. That's how you get connection and how you go, wait, this content is for me. This guy makes content for pregnant women that want to lose weight. I want to lose weight. I'm going to press follow. It's not just I'm not just farming for views or something like that. So don't get caught up with these metrics. This is what actually matters on building a following. The next thing we're going to talk about is the content funnel. So the content funnel is pretty much a way we get people to, I guess, into our ecosystem and then either following or DMing us or to our product, whatever it may be, right? We have some sort of content funnel. These are not all in one big video, right? It's not all some funnel back to the same video. These are separate videos. So I'll explain it really quickly. Top funnel is pretty much a video where we're just trying to go viral to the avatar. So it's got nothing to do with the niche. It's just everything to do with the avatar. So if we look up here at these videos I was just showing before, this is what I would call top funnel. This is what I'd call top funnel. It's got nothing to do with anything really. It's just something funny for tradies. I'm just trying to go viral to tradies, right? That way, when we send top funnel content out, right, we bring in people into our ecosystem because what's going to happen is they like it, they share it, they comment on it, whatever, right? and then my content will get pushed out to them again. So just say we do lots of top funnel, and then what happens is my content now gets pushed out to them because Instagram goes, oh, this user likes Ethan, or this user likes Stan, or this user likes Kim, or whoever else is in here, right? They go, oh, this user likes him. We're going to send him more of his content, and then that's when they send middle funnel and bottom funnel. So top funnels just to try go viral to our avatar, not viral to everyone, because obviously we don't want to go viral in somewhere. If you're selling a high ticket product, you don't want to go viral in, I guess, India or somewhere like that, where like they might not be financially qualified for a high ticket product, right? We only want to go viral to our avatar. So the next thing is middle funnel. So middle funnel is more where we're going to be talking about the pain points of your avatar, the goals of your avatar, and just like more relating. It's a more relating piece with the pain and the goals there. So this is probably where they go, this content's for me. This guy's got good content, I'm gonna follow him, right? This content's for me. The next thing from that is bottom funnel. So this is where we're actually going to try deliver whatever it is you guys product you have, whatever service you have. Just say we're a fitness guru or whatever, and we're selling to pregnant women. We're doing top funnel yaps, maybe about how I guess the struggles or something relatable to someone that's pregnant. Middle funnel would be I had all these problems when I was pregnant, but now I've got no problems because of this thing, and just touching on it lightly, and then just relating fairly heavily to pregnant women. Then bottom funnel is where we're going to be delivering the service. So this is where we're going to be like, this is where we're going to try, obviously, actually sell our product, actually sell our service. We're going to be like, right, this is my fitness program. This is how much it costs. This is what the problem it fixes. And what happens is they've come in through the funnel, they've related to you up here, they've related to you here, and then they're going, oh my God, this guy that I followed has exactly what I need. Because they're like, this is like a sign from fucking destiny or some shit, right? But really, you've just used this funnel to bring the right people to you. So you don't have to go out and look for them for your product. So this goes for everything. So obviously, I just used it for me, and then an example for pregnant women that want to get fit. But it goes for everything. It goes for if you want to do your agency and your marketing, your agency. We're going to try go viral to business owners. Going to talk about marketing problems. We're going to fucking say how we can fix those marketing problems. Just say we're, what else? What's another idea? It's hard to think of them all. Just say we're, uh, you're selling something to do with relationship coaching, right? We're doing top funnel skits about how funny relationships can be, or just partners fighting. Middle funnel, we're relating. Bottom funnel, we're talking about how we can fix all their problems, right? That's how we're funneling them to the product. So 3 bits of content. This is 3 videos a day. This is how you should treat it. 3 videos a day. That's sort of like a standard for pretty much every platform: TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube Shorts. 3 videos a day. That's the best way to grow. Do not like if you're not posting consistently, like everything I'm talking about right now, if you're not posting consistently, if you're not treating this shit, doing it consistently, don't get mad that you don't have results. You got to show up every day. Obviously, you get lucky days on the internet, right? There's lucky days for every single account, every single year, right? Probably more than once. But if you're not posting every day, you can miss those lucky days. I have lucky days. I have days where videos get fucking ridiculous amounts of views, right? If I didn't post any day, every single day, I'd miss it. Platforms love when you're, I guess, dedicated to the platform and you're on there every day and you're posting, you're outputting every single day. So do not take, if you're coming to me in the DMs and saying, oh, Ethan, my page isn't going well. I've only posted 10 videos over a fucking month. I'm going to say, pull your head in. So consistency is another massive thing with all this sort of stuff. But another thing you need to make sure that you're doing with your stories is the exact same thing as what you're doing with your reels. You need to be giving value, you need to be relating, and you need to be connecting. Connecting on your stories will look different depending how you're setting it up. and what you're actually selling and how you're doing it. If it's faceless, obviously it's a bit harder to do connecting because you can't show up on your face. But if we're doing connecting on a personal brand or if it's your own brand, we're showing probably insights to your life, maybe some personal stuff, maybe just stuff so like I guess the audience feels like they sort of know you. Because I'm sure that there's a lot of you guys that I don't know how long some of you guys have been watching me, but I know there's some people, let me look, there's some people in here that I know that have been following me for a little bit. A lot of you guys will probably feel like you know like what I am in real life because you've watched my content. You've never fucking met me before in your life, but you probably know exactly how I would act if we went and got a fucking beer at the pub. Fucking stupid, right? That's like how they should feel about you if you're doing a personal brand or somewhere where someone has to show up. These rules apply. Obviously, I'm not saying you guys have to go sharp on camera. If you want to do this faceless, these are the rules you use for, just say you go down to your local construction company and you say you want to build your fucking construction company brand up, right? These are the rules that you're going to give them. You're going to say, right, I need you to do this on your story. I need you guys and the boys and whoever's on your work crew to show up on the stories. I need you to just, post stories. I need you to connect. I need you to give value. I need you to show how you did this deck in a video. I need you to do all this stuff, right? These like these rules don't just mean like you have to fucking hop on an Instagram and start yapping. These are rules you're going to give to someone else because they fucking work. Righto. This is the example I was just about to use. A construction page. So this is pretty much like the basics to everything, right? This is like I just wanted to debunk some fucking myths about social media that you guys probably think, and then quickly go into it because majority of marketing, right, is trial and error. It's just fucking trying shit, tweaking stuff, seeing what's working, changing it maybe a little bit to make it your own, and then going again. But using these rules, understanding how to actually funnel people, how to actually get people to engage, how to actually what's the word? Follow. Fucking how to get people to actually follow. So just say you wanted to start making a construction agency. This is probably the easiest way for a lot of people. I know some kids that have started this. I talked about this before. They're going very well. So I suggested to some kids a little bit ago to just go down to your local construction company, your local builders, your local electricians, all that sort of stuff. I can guarantee they have a fucking shit Instagram. They have a dog shit Instagram. Make sure, first thing, so just say, we're going to go to them, we're going to say, hey, mate, I know your Instagram's dog shit. Why don't you let me take over it for free? Because a lot of you guys probably don't have any sort of experience or any proof behind why you should charge to start with. Why don't you let me take over it for free? And if I get it to this amount of followers, then you start paying me. And if I bring you this amount of leads, then you start paying me. Too easy. Make an agreement. Wicked. First thing we do, make sure your client or you or whatever is on every single platform. So on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, 3 videos a day on all. Now, this isn't 3 new videos every single day. This is the same 3 videos. Just say you make 3 videos, right? Why only post them 3 times on one platform? You want to be able to make sure you get the most out of those videos. You've spent time on those videos and you can still get more leads, more views, more follows out of them. So you need to put them everywhere. So post them on your TikTok, post them on their Facebook, post them on their Instagram, post them on their YouTube shorts. The reason why people sort of overlook YouTube shorts, the reason why YouTube shorts is really good is for search engine. So YouTube is a part of Google. If you search up FIFO or if you search up fucking tradie or some bullshit like that on the internet, FIFO jobs or something like that, my face probably pops up because I'm on YouTube Shorts and I'm putting in all my captions, FIFO, Ethan Price, blah, 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 all that sort of stuff. So I'm a search engine. I pop up. That's why YouTube Shorts is really good. That's why it'd be really good for a construction company where people go, builder in this town, builder in this town. So make sure you're doing all of them. Post ideas. So one big mistake a lot of people make is like not making it entertaining. So we need to remember that like obviously you pretty much like every reel is an ad for something. Every single reel that you guys are watching is an ad for something, even if it's some podcast or some bullshit like that, it's a fucking ad. Instagram is not free. Everything is a fucking ad. Once you guys go back to your Instagrams, have a look at the pages, have a look at the faces pages, I bet you they're all selling something. People aren't using Instagram for fun. We have to understand that we have to make shit entertaining. So, like, if you think about it, what does Red Bull post? Do you think they'd post about, oh, we've got the newest drink, it's super fucking good, or oh, we're gonna be releasing and, just boring shit like that? No. What do they post? Fucking stunts, cool shit, entertainment. That's all they post. And they have probably one of the biggest energy drink companies ever, and everyone knows Red Bull, right? But that if you look at their Instagram, they don't talk about their fucking drink. All they do is do cool stunts, entertainment, mass views, right? And then that all generates traffic to Red Bull. Brand recognition. Every time we go in the shop, oh, Red Bull. I know those guys. He's the cunt that fucking jumped out the plane, right? Or whatever. So make sure that when we're giving value, we're relating, we're doing connection, all that sort of stuff, we're making it some sort of entertaining. People don't want to go on their For You page to just get sold or some bullshit. So if I was taking over a construction company's Instagram, this is what I'd do for giving value on an Instagram. What I would do is do how-tos, tips and tricks, pretty much to assert yourself as an expert. So if you're on a building, you're running a building company's Instagram, and you're getting them to make videos of like how they made this deck or how they leveled it or different parts of the process, right? And explaining it to it on Reels, making it entertaining, making it funny or whatever it is. People now see them as an expert because they're getting value out of it. People now see like also, people are going to go maybe try by themselves, fuck it up, and then go, fuck, I need these cunts and call them and then say, come build me a deck, right? Relating. What problems does your avatar have that they can solve? So this is pretty much going to be talking, if I was doing a building company, we're going to be talking about we're going to be talking about how shit starts to break, or someone came in and did a shit job, or how fucking things take too long because all sorts of problems. I haven't done market research on, like, it depends what town you're in, what people struggle with there with their builders, but that's the pain points and relating we're going to be talking about. That's the videos. We're going to make videos around that. Also, entertaining. Connection bottom piece, bottom funnel. So connection bottom funnel is sort of the same thing, because it's sort of niched down. So we're trying to obviously catch the followers that we have. People buy from people. So I don't like, obviously we can do all this stuff faceless, but if you're running a construction company, I will make sure that the boss's face is somewhere on the Instagram, the crew's face is somewhere on the Instagram. People like to buy from people. People trust people. It's a lot harder to sell anything that's expensive on a faceless account. We can do faceless for low ticket, but I'm not going to suggest any of you guys try to do faceless for high ticket because it's not going to work very well because it's just people don't trust it. Like, why would you? When you can trust someone else where you can see their fucking face. So bottom funnel and I guess connection content for like a construction company, if I went and did that, would be like um meet the team. Like, do you do videos where you're like, oh, my name's this is what I'm doing, and then make like a little fucking mini vlog about what that person does that day. And then make mini vlogs about what all the boys do on site each day. And then also testimonials. So testimonials is a massive one for pretty much any business, any product, any done for you service, anything like getting customers. So just say you've built a house for someone, or you built a deck, or you built a fence, or whatever. Get them to make a video on from the customer saying how good of a job they did, how they did it really quick, on time, professional, left the yard really clean, all that sort of stuff. But another customer would, be worried about or be thinking, I wonder if these guys are going to do this to me or whatever. And then testimonial from someone else saying these guys are fucking good. So that's our bottom funnel. I would also get probably if I was running construction company's Instagram, like one long form a week. So that doesn't have to be like a fucking vlog. What we're going to be doing on there is pretty much like a house reveal. Whenever we finish a house, we're going to make a video on that, put it on long form. Um, Also like mini projects, we might make a long form video about how they built the deck, and then also the testimonials on long form as well. This is going to build massive brand credibility. This is like pretty much they will take over the fucking town. They'll take over the city. Anytime anyone needs anything, they look any sort of builder up. This builder's going to be there because I've made sure. So this is how I'd grow. It's going to bring them a lot more leads as well. This is how I'd pretty much grow like a construction page. And now I'm sure you guys have got plenty of builders, electricians, all that sort of stuff in your town that you can go to and say, hey, I'll look after your Instagram. I'll look after everything. You probably say it to your own boss if you're in a trade right now. But the next thing is obviously like if you're trying to run this shit by yourself, like closing clients. This is going to be the hardest thing, right? And the thing that probably determines how much money you make per client, especially if you don't have the results there. Doesn't matter. Actually, it doesn't matter what level you're on. Like you need some sort of sales. Like I learned sales, and that's helped me close all the clients I need. They were like, if marketing by itself will look after the business or look after the agency or look after your results as a company and the value you bring and bring you the money and commissions that you need, but you need sales skills to get the fucking clients to start with. You need to know how to close. You need to know how to actually talk to these people. Otherwise, like if you walk up to some fucking 40-year-old man who's running a building company and oh, hey, could I look after your Instagram, like all nervous, what do you think he's gonna say? Fuck off, little kid, right? So we need sales. Doesn't matter what your product is, if it's fitness, if it's fucking relationship coaching, whatever. We need to be able to close clients so that we can actually get the deal closed. It all comes down to skills. So that's pretty much what I talked about at the start. I don't want you guys to get caught up in business model. Don't get caught up in business model. When I started, I didn't give a fuck about business model. All I cared about was sales and marketing. That's it. How can I go viral on the internet? How can I market? How can I learn sales? How can I close the clients once I've got them? These are the only two parts. Like, if you master these two skills by themselves, you're fucking never going to be broke ever again. It doesn't matter what I do right now. I know how to go viral on the internet very quick, and I know how to sell. Doesn't matter. I cannot be broke ever again. I can go start another thing, another thing, another thing. I can start heaps of companies, automate it. Like once you have the skills, this is where like proper freedom comes in, and you know how I sort of was talking about before, and you're no longer trading your time for money, and you're just trading value. So the better you get at it, the more money you make. Super awesome. Instead of like working really hard, then sitting next to some cunt that's doing way less, but he's getting paid the exact same, and you're sitting there just like, oh fuck this cunt. That's what I used to do out in FIFO. But these are skills that you can't really just watch a video on and be good at. You know, you can't just watch this masterclass and suddenly be good at marketing. You can't just watch a masterclass on sales and suddenly be good at sales. It's something that you have to practice. It's something we have to, put effort into. We have to actually learn a fucking skill. We actually have to learn it, right? Try something, get feedback, try again. It's that simple. It's trial and error with all this sort of stuff. Just trying and trying. I don't even fucking know how many videos. I honestly don't know how many videos I've made in the last 9 months. It'd be over 1,000, right? That's because and now I can go viral whenever I want. When I want to go viral, I'll go viral because I have the skill there, because I've practiced it, because I've put in reps. That's pretty much it, like with these skills. Obviously, with these videos, these masterclasses are really good. They give you a base idea somewhere to start. You can go try shit. You can also come back to the masterclass and say, hey, Ethan, I tried this and it didn't work. What would you suggest? And I go, do this because I've got some experience. Or let's try this, let's try that. But it just comes down to actually doing stuff. The more you do, the better you get, the more money you'll make. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the marketing. I know that was a lot of information and it was I wouldn't say broad. It was just like clear guidelines because I know there's a lot of you guys that want to do different things with marketing, and it does slightly change per thing. But these are just clear guidelines for fucking everything. You can take these guidelines that are pretty much everything I've talked about today. You can take everything and put it into whatever you want to do and start. And then you just might need to tweak shit as you go along. But that's pretty much like it for the marketing. I'm gonna have some sales sessions coming along soon because I haven't really touched on it much yet. Um, and I think it's one thing a lot of you guys lack is just sales. So that's probably like what's stopping. I know there was a guy I was talking to yesterday that had he was getting heaps of traction on all his social media, but he just didn't. He was shocking at fucking sales, and that's why he couldn't close anyone. So he wasn't making any money yet. So I'm gonna bring some sales games soon. But yeah, pretty much that's all I've got for you. If you guys want to learn sales, like it's a lot harder to do sales on a masterclass, but I'm going to try. But if you guys want to learn, because obviously this is all free and like it's hard for me to, how many people are in here? A few. It's hard for me to teach this many people sales at once, and I don't have time to do one-on-ones for free. Um, if you guys want like to talk to someone about maybe getting some sales training or something like that, just send me the word learn and I'll be able to hook you up with someone that I got sales training with. And then you can go from there. But I'm going to be doing some master classes anyway and try my best to teach you for free. But yeah, if you're watching the on YouTube as well and you want that, just send me that on that Instagram. But that's pretty much all I've got for you. I'll have questions now for all the people that stuck around. I'll just stop sharing my screen. Stop sharing. Righto. So to ask questions, you just pretty much there's like a react button down the bottom of Zoom, and then there's like a raise hand button. Just press that, and then I can unmute you, and then we'll answer some questions if anyone's got any. If not, all good. Here we go. I have no idea how to say your name. I'm super sorry. AIO.
No, you're all good, bro. I was just asking if you were checking this up on YouTube.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I'll chuck this up on YouTube so you can rewatch it. If you
me,
guys have missed any of the other ones as well, they're all on my YouTube.
sure, bro.
Easy, easy. Anyone else got questions? Can be about anything. Stan the man.
Yo, um, I was wondering because in a last video you talked about you started with appointment setting. You said you just made money off your phone in bed kind of thing. Did you like? I'm just wondering where that was in your process because you've talked a lot today about like the first thing you need to do is build a following through marketing on your own products, your own social media. Because like the past few days I've been looking into like appointment setting, but then I'm like, do I need more skills before I like try and launch that one? So yeah, I just wondered if you could talk about that for a sec.
Yeah, for sure. So I started with appointment setting. That was one of the first ways I made money and how I actually got out of my job right. The I was still posting on like just documenting my journey. And that's sort of how I went viral, like obviously talking about appointment setting. I think appointment setting is probably one of the best entry level ways for you guys to start learning sales because the best way to learn sales, right, is to do sales. Like there's only so much talking you can do about it until you actually do it. So appointment setting is a great way, I think, for a lot of you guys that don't want to show your face, you don't want to post content, you don't want to do any of that sort of stuff, just appointment set and make money. That's probably one of the best ways to get started, get out of your job and get it all in. This pretty much what we talked about was just like if you wanted to start an agency or start a done for you service or somehow use the skill of marketing to make money, which you would still need to know how to appointment set for because obviously people are going to be DMing you, people are going to be looking after you. You're going to have to message people for clients. all that sort of stuff. You need to know how to appointment set. So I think it's like the base foundation for everything. I think everyone should learn it.
Cool. Can I expand on that?
Yeah.
Um, yeah, like, did you start going for like, did you get training in this, or did you just start messaging like, so I was thinking like mid-sized accounts, like people that haven't got too many followers, but maybe they're getting their first appointment setter, so I can kind of like slide in there and practice. Um, is that what you did, or did you just go straight for high ticket, or what?
Yeah. So I got training. Well, I tried on YouTube for like 2 months by myself, and I was like, fuck
Yeah.
this dumb tradie, couldn't fucking figure it out, right? So I got training in sales and marketing. So I learned how to appointment set from someone. And then pretty much like I got, I outreached a bunch of people, got offered some jobs, but then before I got them, where I got the training actually placed me on somewhere. So I didn't need the outreach jobs, but I outreached and it worked. So you are right on like outreaching. You can outreach. Don't outreach to obviously someone with 1 million followers, because they've probably got like a whole team and you're probably just talking to an appointment setter. But if you're outreaching, if you're outreaching to someone that's got like 10,000 followers or something like that, that might not have a full team there yet, they're your best bet, especially for someone that like Seek, it's a hard place to get probably a job if you don't have training or you don't haven't invested in like any sort of training. Some of the jobs on there, like they supply you training, which has been like really good, but they're still obviously hard to get because a lot of people go for them. But yeah, I suggest everyone to get training for it because the better you are at it, the more money you're going to make. So why not? Like I invested in training, made it all back because I was better at my job, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Easy.
Easy, that's it from me.
No worries, no worries. Stan the man. Anyone else have any questions? A lot of cameras off. All good. If not, only Stan the man's got his pretty face out. Fair enough. Righto then. That's pretty much all I've got for you today. I hope everyone has a lovely evening. Hopefully this was of value. You learned something, you didn't learn something. Let me know. I'm gonna put a poll into that group on whether this was good or not, and then maybe like a question. I need to figure out how to put a question box in it, and then put some stuff in there that you want to learn. Because I'm fucking like I don't know what people need. Shane's got his hand up.
Yo, what's going on, bro?
How you going, brother?
So like I've been in this call, I've been thinking like your page, you promoted yourself and you promoted like you said, you just made skits sometimes and you promoted what you want your audience to be. What's your best ways to like spark like creative ideas to like promote yourself? Like what are your best tips to like find creativity like within your personal brand?
Yeah, for me, it was really easy because, like I said before, like my avatar is me. My
Yeah.
avatar was me 2 years ago. So I knew exactly what the fuck I watched 2 years ago. I knew exactly what I wanted to hear that person needs to hear. Like I was the person I was marketing to. So for me, it was really easy. But for ideas, like all I suggest is like the best marketers understand who the fuck, like the exact person. Like people, when I talk to the top guys that market, because I've talked to like some really like top, big marketers, right? You say, oh, who you marketing to? They fucking have that person down to just one, like one person. Oh, he's exactly like my little brother. He does this, this, and this. And that's who they market to. They don't make videos for everyone. They make videos for like this one specific person. And what happens is more people relate to it. So that's my suggestion because it's easier to only market to one person than to try and please everyone, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. I got you. That's the only question. I just wanted to expand on that. That's all.
Yeah, no worries. No worries.
Appreciate you, man.
No, good, all good. Yeah, I'm gonna chuck a question box in that group for anyone that wants to fucking learn something. Probably gonna do sales next week. Um, but chuck some other stuff in there that you want to learn. And I hope everyone has a lovely time with the rest of their week. I know I will. And hugs and kisses. Goodbye. Thank you. Woohoo.